say that statistically, 78% of people who have left church still have a relationship with Jesus, and many of them claim that it's even deeper than when they were in church. So that leaves you, 22% that maybe completely walked away?
Well, I don't think anybody really completely walks away.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to
I think they haven't heard the right answer yet.
Exactly.
And because they haven't heard the right answer yet, then they're frustrated with the circumstance and they can't give a clear answer. It's kind of said the other day, somebody, said, if you were to die and go to hell, if you were to die, they probably wanted me to go to hell. And they said, if you were to die and Jesus were to say, why should I let you into heaven? What would you say? Well, Jesus never said that when he was on earth, first of all. So why did Jesus change his question? Here's the doctrine of Jesus. Guy gets lowered from the roof. He says, man, your sins have been forgiven you. Rise up and walk. Right. Here's the woman caught in adultery. Woman, I don't condemn you. Who's condemned you? I don't condemn you. Here's the Lazarus in the grave. Get up and walk. Here's the little girl. Get up and walk. Live. I've come to give you life and give it more abundantly. Here's the guy who needs tax money. He says, oh, just go down and get what you need from the ocean. Like, he's so positive, motivating. He's so for us. He's so, the guy who's a blah, 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 who's demon possessed. What does he say? He says, be clean. And the guy lives and he leaps and he jumps and he's alive. And here's the thing is what is the church saying to people? Are they saying you're free, or are they saying you need to bind yourself more?
Yeah, they're saying stay, be, and do. Pretty much. Serve us so that we can serve whoever's in front of us.
Jesus said, go into all the world. The church says, come here, stay here, die here. I don't get it. Yeah. Now, people say, now let me give credit's due. I'm balanced on this thing. I really do feel like I can see it on both sides. I've lived both sides. And so when I talk to people, they say something and I say, yep, I've been there. I've been there all my life. Church was good for me. But I don't think we've modeled what Jesus would be like for the world. Case in point. You got the Nicodemus. Let's just say Nicodemus. He's the leader of the church in the temple. And so he's talking with the other leaders in the temple and he's saying, man, do you see what's going on? These people are leaving our temple services and going hanging out with Jesus in the desert. It's hot. They don't have any food. And so you got these leaders sitting around and they're like, how can he be stealing our spiritual people? We have the most spiritual insight. We're going to go prove it. We're going to ask this guy Jesus for law questions and see if he, is in our boundaries of doctrine of what we believe we should be saying, doing, living. And so Jesus seems like, who are you to bring the law to me, asking me when I am the word? I am the, And I think that's why I say like this thing is so interesting to me that pastors are saying, man, people are leaving the church and they're going to these podcasts and they're going to these YouTube services and they're going to themselves and they're starting up their own ministries and they're starting up their own home churches and they're starting to heal people in the grocery stores. I love Todd White. I think Todd White's a modern day Paul, right? He's going around, he's healing people, he's giving, he's living, he does get money from churches and stuff like that. I don't mind that. Great. Get as much as you can from the church. But the thing is he's having results. Why don't we have more Todd Whites? And I think about this. What would it look like if the 200 people in your church went out and lived on a day-to-day basis like Todd White? What would your community look like? And then here's my question is why doesn't it already? Mm-hmm. And it's because you're stuck in the box. As long as you go to church and you tie to the church and you bring your family there and you stay there and you don't do anything outside the church because you feel like you've achieved your spiritualness by going on Sunday morning for 2 hours, you won't do anything in your community.